Okay, it's preparing. Get ready. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Come on in. We're super excited to have you here tonight. I am Chanel Blackmore. I am the CEO for Wealthy Sisters Network. Jacqueline Smith is also with us tonight. She is the COO of Wealthy Sisters Network. We have some wonderful young ladies that have joined us tonight. Just so you know what we're doing, we are so excited, y'all. So excited. We are preparing for our Money Masterclass seminars that will be happening all of the week of September 27th through the 30th. We will rule the evenings, giving you some great information, things that you need to know, things to help you do better in your finances. Hey, who does not want to attend a money masterclass? If you have a whole lot of money, it might not be for you, but it's for those of us that are looking to maximize our money and just learn everything that we can. So without further ado, I do want to let everyone introduce themselves. Jacqueline, let's start with you. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Good evening, everyone. Jacqueline J. Smith here. I am the insurance lady. So what I do is I assist families in teaching them about insurance, what it is, what it's not, what it does, what it can do for your family, and how beneficial it is to make sure that you definitely have a plan in place should the unfortunate happen. So everybody needs a plan. Everybody needs a plan, and definitely need to take a look at not only life insurance, but especially those of you out there that may be small business owners. And once you've left corporate America, you may have left that 401k or 403b behind. You also need to know how to properly prepare yourself for retirement as well. So I assist women in doing all of those things. In addition, I also teach blended families on how to prepare for their life insurance needs, because that's a whole different ball game. And again, I just got a new piece of hardware not too long ago. So with that, acquired some additional family members. And so definitely some things we definitely needed to take a hard look at. Welcome, and we will be before you for several evenings. Don't miss the Money Masterclass, the actual event at all. Don't miss these promotions either, but definitely do not miss the live Money Masterclass event, September 27th through 30th. Be there or be square.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline, the insurance lady. Let's go on over to Miss Elaine. But before we do, guys, go ahead and share the video. Share the video. Invite women that you can think of that needs to learn about, investing and real estate and things of that nature. So go ahead and share the video. Shalonda, thank you for joining us. Prophetess Regina, thank you for being here. Follow Sade, hey girl. We're excited. We can't wait till you come up next. So, Miss Elaine, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Good evening, everyone. I am Elaine Forbes. I'm making sure, can you all hear me? I hope you all can hear me. Okay. So I am Elaine Forbes. I'm a financial fitness coach. I'm actually a financial planner. So I encompass almost everybody's stuff. What I do, I look at your whole financial situation. Hey, do you need insurance? How much insurance you need? Because most time we do just a little part of it, but I do the whole financial planning aspect of it, why you need financial planning and why it is important. Because oftentimes we say we don't have any money, so that's why we don't do a financial plan. But if you're looking for financial freedom, then you must know what is your financial goal. You have to put a plan in place, know what investment you're going to do, what kind of retirement planning, debt management, if you need to assist others, so estate planning, the whole shebang. So I get all the way into financial planning. And another thing I do, I help minority and women-owned business to get the MWBE certification. Guys, a lot of us women are in business and we can get money that the government allotted for minority and women-owned business, but we don't get it because we don't have the certification. Guys, we need to make sure we're in the running. If we want to be financially free, then we have to step up our game so we can get a part of that $2 billion that's out there for minority and women-owned business.
Did you say two? How many millions did you say?
I didn't say million. The billions.
Wow. Okay, that's enough for everybody to go ahead on and invite everybody you know, so we can try to get a piece of this $1 billion that Elaine just told us about. I mean, if you didn't know that money was available, go ahead and comment me. Put me in the comments. If you did not know that there were billions of dollars available for women in business, minority business, if you didn't know that, put me in the comments. That's just enough information that we can use right now to promote our businesses and to take our businesses to the next level. I'm gonna make sure, of course I have to be here, I'm gonna be here, but if I wasn't a part of this organization, I would tell everyone I know to come see how you can get some billions of dollars. I'm just saying. Thank you so much, Elaine. I can't wait to talk to you some more. Miss Rita, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do. Hey, those of you that are watching, remember, sharing is caring. Share the video, invite women that you know that need to get this information. Hey, don't keep it all for yourself. Share this information. Come on, Miss Rita, tell them about what you do and introduce. Can you guys hear? Can you hear me? Okay.
And just talk. What about now? Is it better?
Now, yes, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Go ahead, Miss Rita.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry about that. My name is Rita Oliver, and I am a personal finance coach and wealth strategist. My title is the Money Strategist because I help individuals and creative entrepreneurs to maximize their income, to pay their bills, to save, invest, and grow their money and protect their financial resources. So I am all about better money management. And like Elaine, I do the holistic thing too. I talk to you about debt management, debt elimination, retirement planning, exit strategy, also about investments, about protecting your assets, and also most importantly about estate planning and how that you can, that you need to have a plan to pass your assets on. You know, one day and someday we'll always need a plan. And so you need a strategy for your money and for your life. And that's what I help people to do.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for that. And you said that you were into health and wellness?
No, personal finance strategist and wealth strategist.
Wealth strategist. Okay, there we go. All right then. Thank you, Miss Rita. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up.
Sure.
All right, let's go on down to Miss, is it Navi? Navi, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do and what the ladies can expect from you during the Money Masterclass.
Sure. Thank you so much. It's great to be on with all these amazing women. My name is Nabi Subi Masoke. You can call me Nabi for short. It's easier for most people. I'm an attorney as well as a certified credit consultant, and I'm also a debt-free coach. I'm the owner of SellerCreditServices.com, which is a credit repair business. I assist my clients with getting rid of negative items on their credit report and improving their credit report as well as their credit scores. I offer debt-free coaching for anyone who's looking to reduce or eliminate their debt. Those things are near and dear to my heart, especially when it comes to women, because we're the ones that are left behind when it comes to earnings. In spite of the fact that it's 2017, we still make less money than men for doing the same job. We're also not in the workforce as long due to things like taking care of sick parents, raising children. All those things impact our ability to earn. So we are always kind of at a disadvantage when it comes to money. So that's something that's important to me, especially when it comes to women. In terms of debt, I became debt-free in December of 2014 after paying off a little over $100,000 worth of debt. Becoming debt-free allowed me to move from New York City, where I was living and working as an attorney. I was over it. I was over the crowd, the subways, the noise, you name it, and I wanted to move. When I became debt-free, that opened up my world. It allowed me to move last year, actually, from New York City to Arizona, where I live now. And that really enabled me to start my business because I went from practicing full-time to now I practice still part-time, but it gave me the freedom to open up my credit repair business. So that's something I'm very passionate about in terms of helping people to get a handle on their finances, help with their credit, help with their debt, and just be better all around when it comes to money and their finances, and just opening up their financial world and achieving their financial goals by making sure that they have their credit and their money right.
Okay, so thank you so much, Nabi, for sharing that. So ladies, those of you that are watching, I know y'all know somebody who needs their credit fixed. I know you know somebody who needs to be debt-free. Just look, let's just be real. I'm gonna raise my hand first because I think I need everything that everybody on this panel has. And I'm so excited that I get to be here and I can talk to them and ask them all these questions. Don't worry, during the Money Masterclass, you can put all your questions in the comments and I may ask a couple of them if y'all, are nice to me. I'm just kidding. So listen, what I want to do tonight is have just a real conversation about sisterhood. And listen, don't forget to share the videos, guys. Don't forget to share and invite people. Invite those that you know that may need some of these different industry experts and need to hear what they have to say. Invite. And if you are interested in signing up to be a part of this wonderful week of education, we need you to go to bit.ly Money Masterclass 17. That is bit.ly/Money Masterclass 17. Those of you that are watching on Facebook, go ahead, put that in the comments for us. Go sign up right now. Listen, the masterclass is free. It is free if you sign up, but you won't be able to get the replays unless you join WSN. So I suggest you just go ahead, sign up and join our organization, be a part of our sisterhood so that you can get great content like this at no additional cost to you. We need you guys to go and sign up. So let's talk about sisterhood, y'all. Do you guys remember a time when, I don't know, I grew up, my grandmother raised me, okay? My mom lived in another state, in another city, and I stayed with my grandparents. Y'all, when I moved in with my grandparents, I think I was 5 years old, and they were already like 70. So they raised me up just like a little old woman. But what I can remember seeing in that household growing up is how the people in my grandmother's community, how the women came together to support when there was a lack in the community. When someone didn't have something, everybody would get on the phone, they would call each other up and they would say, hey, Bessie, do y'all have any chickens? We need to get some chickens. Where can I go to buy chickens? Or if they needed to have a hog slaughtered, y'all, I'm country. This accent is not for play, it's for real. So look, I know I'm country. It's okay. I'm so grateful that I could just be myself in this sisterhood. But listen, I can remember that. I can remember them coming together and knitting quilts when they were preparing for the winter. You know, it's that kind of community that we as women really need to get back to. We really need to get back to sharing information and being able to help support a sister when she is needing something. So, Miss Rita, can you tell us a little bit about a time where you needed to have something and a sister stepped up and filled that gap for
You got me now, right? Okay. All right. Absolutely, Chanel. I can tell you that many times. I grew up with two sisters. So, you know, us working together, and I'm a country girl too. I'm from Mississippi. So I know exactly what you're talking about. So you're right. It's about community. And there was a time, I can tell you when probably about 15 years ago, me in my career and working, and I had bought my second home, the house I'm sitting in now. And so a good friend of mine who was a sister to me, she was like we had known each other all our lives. She basically on what we're talking about tonight, Chanel, money. She pulled me to the side about my money. Okay. And because she thought about my well-being, because when I told her I had purchased my second home, and she told me, she said, you know, you got to think about your future financially, and you got to think about retiring. And she said, so, and she gave me some tools, some tips. She gave me the specifics. And see, you know, the one thing you said it about sisterhood, we're all sisters in this. Women have a unique connection in this world, wherever you are. We do, because we're all girlfriends. Because we can meet each other in the store and start and say hello and strike up a conversation, and then we're telling everything. And that's fine, and that's what we need to do. And this is great because this helps us to start talking about something that's so crucial, so important to all of us, and that's money. Because it is vital to our living. It's vital to our survival. Danielle said it about women in poverty. This can be prevented by us sharing and talking. So, you know, when she started talking to me, a part of me didn't like it, Danielle, because we think that's getting into our business. But then I realized it was about my well-being. And that's what sisterhood is about that well-being. And so when she told me that, I used that information, and then it led to me paying my house off in about 5 years. So that's what that sharing did for me. You know, hearing and not being offended, but actually being open. And that's what this Money Masterclass is about. That's what the Wealthy Sisters Network is about, is helping us to learn about those money matters, about everything, because it's about money and it's about you. It's about all of us, so that we have that success in life, that we can come to each other on whatever subject, and particularly this subject about money. Just like Jackie knows the insurance, she can tell you about protecting, about what you need to do. And then myself, and then Nabi, and I'm sorry, I forgot her name. It's about helping you get it all together, not to have any shame, not to have any judgment, but it's to help you have a change in your outlook and an impact.
Awesome. That is so awesome that you say that, because it is true. It's true that we talk as women, we will tell you, girl, you need to go over here. This hairdresser will have you. Do they call them hairdressers? I'm so old. Your stylist. You know, we share our stylists. We share all of those things, where to go get bargains, you know, where the best place to buy the best meat. But we don't talk about money. We don't talk about investments. And we certainly don't talk about life insurance. You know, we don't. We just assume that we're going to live forever when we're young. And when we get older, we think that we can't afford it, or it's a waste of money. So Jacqueline, tell us a little bit about a story where you shared some information, or a sister shared information with you, and it changed your life, or you changed their life.
Absolutely. Just, I mean, countless stories about, on both sides, individuals that, thought that they didn't need life insurance for one reason or another, and put it off. And then unfortunately something, happened and their family wasn't protected. And, like I say all the time, crowdfunding is not life insurance. It's after the fact. You don't know if you're going to be able to get what it is that you're looking for. You get that life insurance, you have that protection, you have that peace of mind that, again, in the event something unfortunate happens, you're able to take care of those expenses. You're able to take care of the family and be able to move on from that. Not get over it, but definitely be able to move forward, at least hopefully more comfortable than you would have been if you didn't have anything in place at all. And, like I said, definitely sisters, matter of fact, family members and other sisters in the community, just saying, I'm sorry, I have to tell this one story. So my children's father, again, passed away about 3 years ago, and at 49. So, I mean, hadn't even hit 50, 49 years old, passed away, and didn't have life insurance. But let me tell you, several sisters in the community said, well, he's out there on that road. You need to make sure that you have that life insurance. And then part of the challenge being, again, going back to that blended family and everything, him not actually being around on a regular basis. In order to get life insurance on someone else, even if you're married to them, but whether you're married to them or not, the parents of your life insurance on someone else, you have to have their consent. So if they're tying your hands, there's not a whole lot you can do. But again, as much as you can, strongly, recommend, admonish, get somebody else, get their mama involved if necessary, life insurance, and again, your needs and what it is specifically that you need that life insurance for. It's not for you to get rich off of. It's to make sure that those children are taken care of, make sure that they have a roof over their head, make sure they have food in their stomach, make sure they can go to school when the time comes for them to be able to do that. So again, I definitely thank the sisters in the community for at least providing that information, even though it wasn't still for them to provide that and advise other people to do the same and make sure that they have that information so that they can make better decisions, if you will, or make appropriate decisions for themselves and their families.
Wow, that was something. My sister passed away when she was 31, and she didn't have a policy. And so when she passed away, she had my nephew. I think he was like 9 or 10 at the time, and we had no idea how we were gonna bury her, And I remember one of my cousins just came up to me and she said, "Hey, look, I know a place that can help you, with this. I know somebody that can help you with making her a wig because, her hair had fallen out. They had people that donated things. And that's what I mean by sharing information. Because, when something like that happens, the last thing you can think of is who's going to buy a wig for her or what kind of casket. You never know about that. Where do you even have a service? Because she wasn't a member of a church anywhere. So when you think about that, it's like, I'm drowning and I need help. And the first place I could think of to look to were the women in my family. And so, Jacqueline, thank you so much for sharing that. That's absolutely true. Hey, listen, if you guys want to know how to get the right amount in life insurance for you and your family, you need to be here the week of September 27th through the 30th. You need to click that link, bit.ly/Money Masterclass 17. You need to be here. This is information you cannot afford to miss. I'm just being honest with you. And what Jacqueline told us was just a snippet of what you really need to know. I personally have sat down with Jacqueline before, and when I tell you she knows her stuff, it's stuff out there about these policies that will help you with retirement, that will help you with, you can borrow against. I'm like, who knew this stuff? That stuff we just don't know if we don't know who to go to get that. Jacqueline, thank you so much. Nabi, can you share a story where you shared information where a sister came to your aid and was able to make a difference? Those of you that are watching that have joined us, Casey, thank you for joining. Mommy loves you. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much to all of the other ladies. Felicia, thank you for being on. If I don't get a chance to say your name, I promise I'm going to say hi to you. Go ahead, Ms. Nabi. Tell us.
Sure. You were just talking about how your country, and I have a little bit of country in me, even though you don't hear it. My mom is from Jamaica, West Indies, and her parents were farmers. So until the age of 5, I lived with my grandparents on their farm. And every summer I'd go to Jamaica and spend it with them. And they would like kill a chicken, kill a goat. And that was like the freshest stuff I ever had because it's farm food. So I can relate to you being country. In terms of sisterhood, I have to say that when I started out in my legal career, there was a group of women that were further along in their career, and they kind of showed me the ropes in terms of things I should be doing, decisions I should be making, organizations I should join. They would tell me about certain judges, what they liked, what they didn't like when you appeared before them, and they really helped to guide me on my career and help just to make it an easier transition for me, because obviously studying about the law in law school is very different than actually being in the profession. So I really appreciated those women. But although we discussed career and things like that, we never talked about money. And that's something that we are hesitant to do for whatever reason. And I know growing up, while my father was a college professor, he had a PhD in economics. He taught about money and in his classes and all those things. We never had any discussions at home about money. So for whatever reason, we don't teach our kids about it really. We assume they're going to learn it some way, somehow. We don't talk about it too much among our peers. For some reason, it's a taboo topic. And really, when I was starting on my debt-free journey, I didn't have anybody to talk about it with. I actually did it by myself in silence. And I know if I had some sort of community around me, I could have probably done it faster, better than just being on my own. So I think when it comes to money, we have to be just as open about finances as we are about other aspects of our lives with our sisters. So I think it's really important that we start having those conversations and stop making money and finances taboo.
And see, that's so true. What does that look like though? In a setting like this where we're getting ready to dive into this masterclass, why would somebody need to be a part of this masterclass? Mr. Lane, can you tell the ladies why they should be here and how it could change their life being a part of this masterclass?
See, and I'm going to piggyback on what Nabi says about us not talking about money. Most time we are embarrassed to talk about our financial situation. We walk around saying that we want to be financially free, but we don't even know what it means to be financially free. So they need to be here so they can hear from us. Nabi has gone through her situation, and I'm going to give my personal story. I'm going to be transparent. I migrated here. 2 years after I migrated here, I bought my house. I ended up buying 2 houses. Today I have no house. Right? But what the things that I know now, had I known it then, it would have made a difference. And that's one of the problem I find, is that we have to share, we have to be here to get the information. Put yourself in the position where you can learn the information. So when you get the information, you can make educated decisions. You're not just buying life insurance, you know how much you need. You're not just somebody come to your job and says you need to get life insurance, so you write a policy, but you don't know what the policy is about. And one of the things that I say to people, because I wrote a book about financial organization, is that oftentimes we as women, we get sick and nobody knows what's in our mind. They don't know our financial situation. They don't know nothing. So you got to come here where you can get that information to put it together so that, I mean, I'm always grateful. I'm from a big family. I have 7 sisters. So I know what it is to have sisterhood. Yes, I have 7 sisters. And because of that, I embrace the sisterhood. Because I have sisters that I can go in their house and says, listen, I have nothing to eat. And they're going to provide something for me to eat. I can go to their house and says, hey, I'm hanging out with you tonight. And that's where I'm going to hang out. So I know what it is. But oftentimes we don't talk about our financial situation. And that's because of how we were brought up. You know, we don't talk about money. Money don't grow on tree. Rich people are mean. So we have to come where we can openly talk about money. And that's why you need to be in this masterclass. You're going to hear from people who are experienced, people who have been through stuff. So guys, that's my word.
You know what? That's so true. And with what you said, I wrote down some things. I'm a note taker, so I have to write stuff down. I'm on the other side of 40, so I have to write things down to keep track of my thoughts. But one thing that you mentioned was about the insurance policies, and you're so right about that. I can remember this man would come around my grandmother's house every month. And he would come and you know, collect her money for her insurance policy. And when I tell you, and my grandmother had policies on all of us, you know, all of her grandkids, all of her kids. And when my uncle died, we tried to cash that policy in. Now, let me tell you how impactful this was to me, because I was 8 years old when my uncle passed away. And I can remember my grandmother crying because she had paid for that policy since my uncle was 18 years old. He died when he was 47. And that policy was worth $500. It wasn't enough to buy him a casket. You see what I mean? So what you said, Elaine, was so true, because if there's nobody there to go to ask about something, how would we ever know? If my grandmother had someone to tell her, somebody like Jacqueline, to say, this is only to cover this, it's not enough, it won't do what you think it'll do, that would have saved us. Because here we go again, trying to scrap up money to bury this man when we thought we had a policy. And that impacted me when I was 8. And that's always been in the back of my mind. Because when the man came the next time, I'm like, is it enough to bury somebody? Because, I mean, come on. You're paying all this money for all these years for $500. So, you know, that's just what I'm saying. And the other thing, too, is where do we get these ideas about money? Like you said, Elaine, money don't grow on trees and rich people are mean. You know, Rita, in your experience, where do these ideas come from? What shapes these ideas for women, do you think?
Am I on? Okay. All right, Chanel, I think what shapes it a lot is just what Elaine said, is that somebody said it and somebody kept passing it on. Somebody who knew somebody and it just kept believing, and that saying just became a truth. And a lot of what we have to do is to undo some of that stuff, because I think Nabi said it about it being taboo. And it's not a taboo subject. Somebody has created in our minds societally that it is taboo, and it's not. It is something we need to talk about, just like we talk about everything else. And this this Wealthy Sisters Network is now at the forefront of this movement to get everybody talking, and particularly women, all women, whether it's Black, Hispanic, or whatever. We've got to talk about this because we've got to get these sayings or beliefs on some of this out of our head, and we've got to learn what's real, because knowledge fosters change. When you don't know, you can't do, but when you know, you can do. So it's come from somebody saying it because maybe something bad happened, Chanel, and it just got passed on. But you know, things do happen. And when those things happen, it's a learning lesson to move forward to something new. It's not a bad thing, it's a learning lesson. And so just like Elaine said that, you know, she had the 2 houses, she has no house, but she's still moving forward. She's got a business and she's continuing to help people, and she's sharing that, and she's going to share it so that nobody else gets into that. But these sayings, I think, just started to develop over time from somebody, and people kept passing it on. And we just have to, when we hear it, we have to provide that person something else to give them the other side of the picture, you know, because we can keep that picture going when it's bad. We got to turn this picture and flip it to the good, because money is not bad. Rich people are not mean. Money isn't everything that we do. It's in everything. It just is. And I said in one of my live broadcasts several months ago, you know, we know that we've heard it said that, you know, money is the root of all evil. Well, you know, those Federal Reserve notes, paper doesn't have any feelings. It's the people with it that has the feeling. They direct the money. So we have to be careful who we listen to. And if we have a question about it, ask somebody, another sister who may know, or who can help you find somebody that knows, like Jacqueline, like Elaine, like Nambi, like you, like me, because our hearts are in here to help and change, because we've got to change this for women. You know, we are 9 out of 10 women at some point in their lives will be alone. And we see this demographic happening in America today with the divorce rate. And a lot of women are getting divorced, but they were not participants in the money in their household. And they are lost when they come out on what to do. Just like Jackie is talking about, what happens when somebody passes away and you don't have anything. Like she said, it's not for the rest of your life, but it's to take care of something right here and now, that life insurance, death benefit payment. But it's then talking to Elaine, talking to Nabi, talking to me, getting with you to say, what do I do for the future? You know, this takes care of this debt, but for the future. So it's that when we hear something, if it doesn't sit right with us, we need to go and ask somebody. And that's what this is about, so that you can ask. That's why you got to come to the masterclass, the 27th through the 30th, to get all the, what do they call it, myths and disbeliefs out of the way, and hear from the truth, hear our stories of what we've been through. All of us didn't get here overnight. It just like Nabi said, it was trial and error. She was in it by herself. I was in it by myself for a while until I opened up to somebody. So come to the master class. There's no shame, there's no judgment, because whatever decision you made about your money in the past, that's just it. It was what you knew to do at that time, and that's fine, and forgive yourselves for it. This is a new day for a new time to make a different decision, to have a new life.
Let me tell y'all something. If y'all watching, look, let me move my piece of hair out the way. Let me tell y'all something. It's so many beautiful nuggets being dropped right here tonight, and we're not even teaching the material yet. We're not even getting into, you know, what we're going to talk about during the masterclass. This is just about sisterhood, and what I love about what you just said, Rita, was it's no judgment here. Nobody is here. Let me put it this way. There is no one that is on this panel, or no one that's watching us live on Facebook, or no one that's going to be joining us during the masterclass that has not been at some point had a struggle with money, that has not made some wrong decisions with our money. You know, y'all look, let me tell y'all something. I know I don't look like it, but I lived in the projects before. And let me tell y'all something. I learned a hard lesson when I had to move into the projects. And I had to move into the project because of some decisions that I made, because I decided, to move my family to another state. And my heart was in the right place, but I didn't plan. And that was the problem. And I can remember sitting around, because listen, don't get it twisted. The projects is a place where people that have low income live. But let me tell you what I learned being in the projects. The women in the projects, when I first moved there, they told me where to get my lights turned on. They told me what gas company to use. They told me, oh, well, don't walk down the street at night. I need you to walk 2 streets over. Don't let your children play with the children that live in apartment number 9. I'm telling you, listen, let me tell you something. There's no judgment here. None at all. Those of you that are watching, we're just real women. We have lived real lives. And the knowledge that will be represented here during the week of the Master Money class spans decades, y'all. Coach will be here that week talking about her experiences with money. These wonderful women that are here now before you. We have women that are watching us live. Those of you that are going to be presenting in the masterclass, go ahead and comment me. Comment me if you're watching and you're a part of the Money Masterclass, you're going to be a presenter. Comment me in the comments on Facebook. Y'all, we have some good stuff lined up for y'all. Y'all need to go to bit.ly/moneymasterclass17. You need to sign up. You don't want to miss this. I know y'all, I'm cute. I lived in the projects and I don't care. I learned a lot in the projects. I learned how to fry chicken in the projects. And I can cook. So another thing that you brought up, Miss Rita, you said that knowledge fosters change. That'll preach all day. Education is the great equalizer. I know some people say poverty is, but education is. If we're all taught the same thing and we are shown how to do a thing, we could change our situation. And look, it's not just about us. It's not just about our situation, but our children are watching how we handle our money. They're watching how we spend our money. They're listening to us lie to the bill collectors. And we tell them we're not here. We don't want that. We want you to be able to really confront your money issues and resolve them. Get an answer for your problem. You need to be here. You need to be here. Miss Navi, give us another example of how knowledge will change someone's mindset. Why do you think it's so hard for women to change our minds about money? What do you think needs to happen? Or how do we get past those myths that we talked about earlier?
Well, I think Rita really spelled it out well. Somebody said something at some point in time and it stuck. And I think part of that is also when people say things like money is the root of all evil, it reinforces a thought in your head. And it also it's a way of people staying comfortable with their situation. If you don't have money, then you can say, well, I don't want money, it's bad. The problem with that way of thinking is, if that's your belief when it comes to money, you will never have it. You will repel money from your life. So it all starts with your mindset. And we're all susceptible to these thoughts because we hear them all the time. They're the theme of movies, and it's really not the truth. So it's about changing your mindset, and you can do that by educating yourself. I had a mindset when I got out of law school, when I finished my education, and I had about $133,000 of student loans alone, not counting the other stuff, just my student loans alone. And in my head, I heard, well, student loan debt is good debt, so I should be happy to have this burden on my back for 20 years. Also, I was of the mindset that, well, credit card debt is something that you're supposed to have for like all of your life. And I believed that until I didn't believe it anymore, because it got to a point where I was just like, I don't like this feeling. I don't like paying this every month. I hate writing, a check or pay this online. I hate it. So I started to research things, and I found out that there are people out there who were making less money than me, that had more obligations than me, that were doing way better than I was. So when I realized that, and I changed my mindset because I said, you know what I was telling myself is not true. There's another way to do things. And by just researching and learning, I changed my way of thinking, and that really helped me to do things differently. So I think it really starts with your mindset and how you have different thoughts in your head. You can get new thoughts. And it's all a matter of, like you said, Chanel, about educating yourself and learning. So I think that's really where it starts. And being a part of this group with these women who have so much knowledge on different topics, and this money masterclass that is free. I mean, Coach is a generous person because somebody could easily charge hundreds of dollars for this group of women, the knowledge that they're providing for free to really change your life. So I would encourage anyone who has not signed up for the class already to sign up. Like you said, what we're talking about here are just little pieces of the information you're going to get when you go on the actual full class. So I'm thrilled to be a part of this group and this course. And I really hope that women who are watching now share this and take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Navi. That is so true. When I think about how I struggled as a young woman with the wrong information, just, growing up in a household, my grandparents didn't know anything about credit. I mean, they knew to go to the store and say, hey, I'll pay this on the 3rd. And then, that made their name good. So I'm thinking as a child, I'll just go to the store and I'll tell them my name is good. That doesn't work. That's not reality, And I think that as youngsters, when we watch our parents and how they deal with money, you can look back generations and see how, bad debt and bad credit and bad choices will ride generation after generation. That is so true. Listen, those of you that are watching us, I'm telling you, you need to be here. And let me tell you, you need to sign up and join to be a part of Wealthy Sistas Network. That way you'll have access to these replays. If you have to work late one night, or if Timmy have band practice and you might miss it, there will be nowhere for you to get the replays but the Wealthy Sistas Network portal, where all of these videos, all of the articles that these wonderful women, these blogs that they're going to submit to us, to have access to that, you need to go ahead and join Wealthy Sistas Network. It's $27 a month, y'all. That's if you cut out Starbucks four times a week, y'all got it. Some of y'all, if y'all cut out Starbucks for 1 week, you got it. Just 1 week of just sacrifice the coffee, lay it on the altar. Don't y'all tell Pastor I'm clown. I'm just kidding. So listen, go to bit.ly/Money Masterclass 17. Sign up, join us, be a part of the movement. And this is a movement. I want y'all to understand that. Those of you that are watching, women are gaining information and knowledge at record speeds. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have to change your situation. It's a difference from sitting in the house with no food and saying, I'm hungry, I don't know what to do, than sitting in the house with a book or with a phone and being able to say, who can I call to bring me food? That's a difference, y'all. That's a huge difference. Jacqueline, can you talk to us a little bit about why you think that people's mindsets don't shift? Why women, we have such a hard time being transparent with one another and really asking for help? Because, sometimes we'll sit in a situation for years and make these same mistakes over and over because we're afraid to ask somebody. Tell me a little bit about that. Why do you think that is?
Absolutely. It's a couple of things. One thing is, now, I don't know about you, but in my house, what goes on in this house stays in this house. So you don't go telling people your business. You don't go talking about you got problems. You don't go talking about what you need or, whatever. And, it's one thing, yes, the community coming together when there's when something happens in the community. So, people rally around those individuals that they know have particular issues because they've heard about it from one, through one channel or another. But when you got those people that you're going out to reach out to help, you got them same issues going on in your house, but you don't tell nobody, so nobody can come help you because they don't know, because mama said you don't tell nobody. And I don't know if any of you saw the movie Good Deeds, but Tandy Newton had the little girl, and she was late picking her up from school, and the little girl was scared to death to tell the teacher that they were sleeping in the car and that she eats sometimes. She doesn't, and then her mama went off on her, basically. It's like, you don't tell, do you want them to take you away from me if you tell that, you know, that we're not eating or that we have nowhere to go? So again, and she was a little girl, what, 5, 6 years old? So again, those things get ingrained. And yes, you know, we may get better or do better, but you know, those things stick with you. It's really challenging when you get to be an adult and you've had those things implanted in you from a child. It's really challenging. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's real challenging to undo some of those things, to take a different turn and to get a different mindset in order to be able to, you know, in order to be able to be transparent and open up and share so that you can get the help that you need.
You know what, Jacqueline, that is so true. Let me tell you what came to my mind when you said that. Now, I want to know from the people on Facebook, how many of y'all got spanked for telling your mama's business, or, you know, going to a neighbor's house and saying, "Oh, I'm hungry"? I remember my grandmama told me, we went to a birthday party where they had food and cake. And I was like, oh, I get to eat something, you know, different. You know, my grandma was like, you better not go in here and eat nothing these people offer you. But it's a party though. Why? Why can't I, you know, ask for food? Or why can't I tell people, you know, that we don't have milk? Why can't we go ask the neighbor for milk? Why can't we do that? And it was a pride thing. And there were many times, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all, that stuck with me. You get spanked as much because I was a nosy child and I talk a lot. So I used to get spanked all the time because I said something wrong. And I don't know, those of you that know me personally and have known me for years, you know now that I'm an adult, I take a long time to talk to people, especially women. I'm just being honest. This organization, Wealthy Sisters Network, has really, really helped transform my mindset about women, because growing up, I only hung around men. That's how I met my husband. I hung out with him and his family, and they were 18 dudes strong. In high school and through my college years, I only hung out with dudes. Not like that, I wasn't mad. But you know what I mean, because it was less messy. And I think that as we develop the culture in Wealthy Sisters Network, Coach has developed a culture of real sisterhood. It's an environment of safety where I can pick up the phone and I could call Rita and say, Miss Rita, you know what? I'm trying to figure out how I can get my light bill paid next month because they're going to shut it off and I don't have the money. It's that kind of transparency. It's that kind of sisterhood that we need, because we really need to be real with each other. I mean, you know, it's okay. You know, just type it in there. Type in the comments. Just be real. Let's just be real. Our credit is bad. Let's be real. Let's tell the truth. We don't have no life insurance. Tell the truth. We spend our money on stuff that we don't have any business spending our money on. That's the truth. You know, because I think sometimes we look at the things that we have as part of our identity, and that's a lie. I know some women that are walking around with some nice purses that don't have a savings account. We don't have savings. That's the truth. If something happened right now, if your car broke down right now, you have to go get a payday loan or you have to call somebody. That's the truth. It's okay to be truthful. But, you know, you don't have to tell everybody, but you need to be honest with yourself. And you need to make a decision to make a change. And you need to do that sooner rather than later, before something happens and it's too late for you. Okay? Y'all need to be here for this class. Well, let me ask you guys this, panel. Let me ask y'all this. Why do you think that, you know, as we're talking about savings, why do you think it's so hard for women to save money, especially? for women? Why is it so hard, Miss Elaine, for women to save money?
I'm going to give an example because it resonated with me. When my son was in, I think, 11th grade or 12th grade, they taught personal money management in his school. And I said to him, every child needs to be in the class. You know what he said to me, Mom? The class is made up of Caucasian boys, 3 minority, of which 2 was girls. And I said to him, what happened? And it all goes back to what some of you might not have been taught that, but I hear this growing up and I know, is that we tend to say that men are the one who needs to take care of certain things. So because of that, we as women are categorized as the person who takes care of the house, who does certain jobs. So we are not forefront in and I'm from the old generation, so it tends to be like that. And I've said to somebody, there's 2 things that happen to people that was grown up in poverty or grow up not in lack. Let me say that for a nicer word, in lack. They either overspend or or they either hoard the money or they continuously spend it because they never had it. So we as women, we are taught to be, I want the right word. So we don't know that money management kind of stuff. So we tend to be, we're good at everything else, but when it comes to money, we kind of shy away from it. I was surprised when I met a woman that tells me she did not know how to balance her checkbook until she was divorced. She never knew how to write a check. She didn't know nothing. When I met her, she was 2 years out of her divorce. She says, I just started learning to write check. I'm like, is this for real? So we have those, and I hate to go this way, but a lot of us go to church. I go to church. I'm a church person, but a lot of us go to church and we misunderstand what it means to believe in God and to be faithful. We think that we are supposed to talk about money because we go to church. So we tend to say, the Bible says this. And the Bible says that. I can find you at least 100 scripture in the Bible that talks about money. And it's not saying that you shouldn't have money. None of it says you shouldn't have money. So like, I think it was Jacqueline and Rita says it, or we grow up with these myths about money. And it is hard for us to because even now we grow up, we have to be intentional about not keeping those myths. We have to be intentional about changing those stuff. So that's why we as women, it becomes, men, they just do it. You ever see a man go and worry about what they buy? They go in the store, buy what they want and leave. It's just the truth. I met an old lady once who says, a man will go and buy his golf club. He's not going to think about that. But we as women, because we're sentimental, we're emotional, whatever it is. But guys, I understand. Be in this class because you're going to get a lot more of this kind of stuff. You're going to get information that's going to blow your mind. Because we as women need to change. We need to change. And here is what I find is sometimes we get the information, we take it home, we put it down and do nothing about it. So we have to get into action. We have to get into action so that we can see the change. My son is 20. When he was 2 years old, I got some information, did nothing with it. But now my goal is to educate as much women as I possibly can. Not to make mistakes that I make, to make better decisions. Because sometimes that's the other thing. We tend to and I'm sure we said this before, is that we talk about everything else. We talk about everything else. I met people who said, and I'm going to say this as the last thing. When I start doing finances, because I've been in accounting for over, don't want to say a lot of years, and I switch over to finance, right? I went to some of my church folks, women, and I said to them, I'm into finance. Let me help you. Let me look at this, show them what to do. You know what one of them said to me? I know you and you know me. I can't show you my finances. I'm like, really? I'm like, really? She says, I'd rather to go to the bank or somebody that I don't know. You're too close to me. I'm like, when you're losing your house, we all gonna know. It's a public affair. When it gets to bad credit, we all gonna know. It's gonna be a public affair. I'd rather to tell somebody that I know, say, listen, I'm having some issues, help me, than to wait until it go public. Women, ladies, sisters, we got to get the information and get into action. Be a part of Wealthy Sister Network where you have access to us. Be in the Money Masterclass. I'll be there, and all these wonderful ladies will be there.
Listen, Elaine, you done made me shame, because look, listen, I can remember saying that at one point in my life, like, I can't let you know, you can't come in my house. Don't look in my refrigerator. I don't want you to see I got one bottle of milk and one egg in there. I mean, that's true. That's part of that upbringing, though. And, you made me really, really think something when you were talking about women in general and how different we are from men, and how and let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you why that man can go in the store and just buy something. Because in his mind, he's already allotted for that purchase. We as women, we have so much more to think about than just ourselves. Now, he got himself on his mind. He knows that he needs those golf clubs because him and Bill are going to play golf, and that's just what he needs. But for us, and I'm really guilty of this, y'all, everybody on Facebook, just type in there, just say, Jesus, fix it. Because I'm so guilty of this, that I will go to the store with my son and I will buy him some clothes. And I'm like, okay, baby, get some underwear, get you some t-shirts, get what you need, get a new toothbrush. And he'll say, Mom, you gonna get something? And I'll go, no, I don't need anything. Now, y'all, we know we need everything. Underwear, we got the same one from 1942. Talking about they your lucky pair. We won't do for ourselves. We just won't. And we'll put everybody ahead. And we not only do it in our families, we do it at work. We'll be there telling everybody else, no, y'all go ahead and go to lunch. I'm going to stay behind. What? It's time for us to start putting ourselves first, y'all. Those of you that are watching me, listen, you have been wonderful mothers. You're amazing wives. You're awesome sisters, good besties. Put yourself first. Can you do this one thing for yourself? Can you make sure that your finances are straight going into 2018? Can you make sure that you understand about life insurance, about credit repair, how to invest? You saw some of the presenters on Facebook Live putting comments up. Chiquita Lindsay is going to teach you about real estate. Audon Thomas, she's going to talk to you about credit repair. You got some women that are going to come here and share their hearts with you. Listen, it's not just about you getting the information. The law of reciprocity is real, y'all. If we want to see change in our lives, we're going to sow into your life. Let us sow this information into your life so that you can make a conscious decision to go a different way. Look, God did not intend for you to be broke. That's just the truth. I don't care what anybody said to you, that's a lie. You do not have to be broke. You do not have to struggle from paycheck to paycheck. You can save money. You don't have to listen to those lies. All you have to do is make a decision. And you can make a first small step, and that's clicking that link, joining us for this class. Listen, like Coach says, Danielle always says, you don't know what you don't know. But she's providing a way for you to get what you need, y'all. Go to bit.ly/Money Masterclass 17. Connect with us. Join Wealthy Sisters Network. We're going to be here every month talking about our finances, talking about investing. And listen, let me just challenge you this. Let's do a challenge. I challenge you to join us for 3 months, 4 months for some of y'all, because some of y'all might be a little bit, I'm just kidding. But I challenge you to come and be a part of these sessions for the next 4 months. And if you don't see an improvement in your savings, if you don't see an improvement in your credit, if you don't learn something new that can change your lives, you know what? I will apologize to you. That's it, because you can't get your money back. But I will apologize because that's how confident I am that you're going to get something that you need. And I'll tell you, this organization changed my life. It's given me so much more confidence because I know some things now. I know some things about myself. I know some things about my finances. I know some things about my credit. I know how to change things. And there's power in knowledge. There's power in knowing how to change your situation. And you don't have to die in your situation. You don't have to wait until, it's almost too late. We're offering you an opportunity now to turn this thing around. So listen, we thank you guys for hanging in there with us. We're right a little bit over an hour. Thank you so much for sharing your evening with us. And, these wonderful ladies, thank you guys for being here. Does anybody have any last things they want to leave with these women before we go? Jacqueline, you got any last?
I do, but Miss Rita had something on her, burning on her spirit. Go ahead on, Miss Rita.
All right, thank you, Jackie. No, it was just a quick comment, Chanel, based on what Elaine said when she talked about the woman with the checkbook and why as women we don't talk about it. I think part of it is just when I talked about the myths. As women, we were in our rearing to grow up to marry for this Prince Charming to take care of us. And that person was going to lead and make it better for us. And so we have been that way as women. So that's why we haven't been the leaders. It's what you said, Chanel, about going and taking care of your son. We've been taught to be the nurturers, to do this and do that. And that's why you said the man with the golf clubs, he's already allocated. That's all what's on his mind. He's going to do it. So we have everybody else but ourselves first. And what we have to do is just what you said, we have to change it. That has been what society has taught us to do, but you can see it's changed with us in society. Women are marrying later, or if at all. I'm not married. I've never been married. But I realized that in that, I had to take care of myself. I couldn't wait on Galahad or Prince Charming to come here to try to rescue me. I had to be my own rescue. And that's what we're going to do here at Wealthy Sisters Network, is help women, our sisters, learn. The relationship is fine, but you got to be your own rescue and know about this. We've got to lead. The man can't be the plan. As simple as that. He can't be the plan. He'd be part of it and you all work it together, but he can't be the only plan, so that you don't come down the road, as Elaine said, and your husband passed away and you have no idea where the money is, if there is any, and how to get to it. You do not want that situation. No, you don't. So come September 27th, 30th, come here with us the next 2 weeks so you can hear, because this Wealthy Sisters Network is communicate, relate, and educate. That's what this is about.
Listen, let me tell y'all, I need to tweet that. The man is not playing. Ooh. Y'all, that was good. I almost I lost some of my professionalism when you said that. I was like, I was ready to get up and run. The man ain't be the plan, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anybody else have any last things they want to tell the ladies and why they need to join us?
I just want to thank you all for sharing your evening with us, allowing us into your homes and your cars and your various places that you're listening to us this evening. But definitely, you are, like I said, you're in for a treat. Do not miss September 27th through 30th. It won't just be us. We've got a number of other sisters on deck, ready, willing, able, and eager to provide you with their unique brand of expertise and wisdom and knowledge and love. So don't miss it.
Okay, guys, we're going to be here on Saturday evening again from 7 to 8. We'll have some other of our presenters that will be presenting that week. They'll be here to talk about what they're going to share. We'll be here again next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday from 7 to 8 or 9-ish. Just depends on if we get on a roll again. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Elaine, Nabi, did y'all have anything y'all wanted to share or?
Just very quickly, because I don't think I can add much more than what these wise women have already said. If you have not signed up for this masterclass by now, please stop waiting. We always make excuses as to why we can't do something. We're going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Your situation never changes. And we have an amazing panel that spoke tonight. We're going to have more speakers. So it's time to get your credit right, get your insurance in place, start investing in real estate, all the things that these women have to offer you, and it's for free. You cannot have an excuse as to why you are not doing this. It is free. It's costing you nothing. And the wealth of information you're going to get is going to come back to you 10 times when you are able to fix your situation and do better. 2018 is coming up. Please don't wait until 2018 to make a change and make a resolution that you don't keep. Start today. Start your plan for 2018 and your financial future today and sign up for this class. And it was a pleasure being on with all of you wonderful ladies. And I look forward to seeing your presentations and getting this Money Masterclass going and changing some lives.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes, listen, don't wait. You don't have to wait till January 1st, 2018 to make a change. You know, you can change right now. You can make a plan right now to be here so that you can implement all of these great tools and tips that you're going to get, all of these freebies that they're going to be giving away. Did I mention that you guys are going to be able to get some freebies, some free tools that you can use to change your situation? Listen, y'all don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss it. Miss Elaine, you got anything else you want to add?
I just want to say to them that, you know what, if you tomorrow, what you have today, if you wait until tomorrow, you might not have the same thing tomorrow. So just make sure that you are, you know, oftentimes we as women says, we're going to do it tomorrow, but tomorrow is actually today. So sign up today. Don't wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow is actually today. Because tomorrow you're going to say tomorrow, and tomorrow you're going to say tomorrow. So do it today. And I know we say it is free. Just remember that we're paying in our time. So we're giving it to you. We're giving our time. We're taking time to give this to you. And we're doing it because we know the importance of it. So guys, if you have not yet signed up, go ahead and sign up. Go ahead and be a part of this Money Masterclass, and we'll be back to give you more information.
Absolutely. And remember, those of you that are signing up, you want to go to bit.ly/Money Masterclass 17. Go ahead and join the organization. Let me tell you, by joining the organization, not only will you get all of the replays from this wonderful masterclass, but you'll have access to articles, blogs, tools, different videos and webinars that We're going to be uploading to that portal. You're going to have access to so many different tools that you can use that will impact your finances positively, teach you how to save money, teach you how to invest. Listen, this is a value at $27 a month. Remember, brew your own coffee in the morning and invest in yourself. Starbucks has enough money. Okay, believe me, I have invested on your behalf and probably everybody's behalf. It's okay. Carve out a little bit of money each month so that you can invest in your future, so you can model wealth to your children. It's generational, y'all. Our children will learn from us. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Remember, be here Saturday night, 7 o'clock. We'll be back again talking about the Money Masterclass. Tell your friends, y'all, get ready, be here. We love you guys. Thank you. Those of you that will be watching the replays, thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for being here. Join, sign up. Have a good night, guys. Thank you. Bye.